project, but a lot of times those big guys come along a little slower than the other prospects. Have you been surprised at what Toby kind of physically is and what he can do?
Yeah. I think all of our first years have had some good moments and then some moments where they look like it's a bit too much. But specifically regarding Mike, offensively, he's good. He's a very good left hand, right hand, good touch. Just understands how to play. I heard them say deceptively athletic. So he's been solid. He's got a ways to go, as most of them do, understanding again how physical it'll be, the rebounding and defensively position wise. But that will come. But he does have a nice skill set. That's what we saw in him early on, and because he's a younger freshman than most, we hope that there's more room for improvement in terms of physical, maybe even height, but certainly size. But
he's close to 6'11" now?
Yeah, I think they measured him. I don't know if he was 6'11" and 3/4 or whatever it was, barefoot 6'11". I remember he and Hassan stood. He's a little bit of a sloucher when he stands up. He thought he might have had a little bit on Hassan, but he's close enough. When you're my size, that doesn't matter. He's 6'11", 7 feet. We'll give him that. But he knows how to use it. And again, I think offensively he's a little further ahead than maybe that's what they're referring to. And then defensively will be a work in progress.
Can you go through some of the other new guys and maybe give us your take on what you've seen so far?
Yeah, again, I think all of them. Evan Nolte has shown his ability he's very mobile, his ability to shoot the three, but also at times he'll show a deceptive amount of athleticism while it's getting to the rim. More of again, with almost Mike and Evan, those two is a little more of the physical strength side of things as they get stronger. Good, but Evan understands the game, has a good mind, and again, we've been doing a little more 4 out, 1 in, so it suits him. He can play the 4 or perhaps in 3, but has showed some good things. Taylor Barnett, again, good feel. Streaky shooter, but when he's on, he can really shoot it. It's a little bit of an unorthodox shot, as you guys will soon find out, but again, a good mind and a good feel for
He's a
the
lefty,
game.
too.
He is a lefty, so he's got that going for him, but I think he knows how to play an adjustment on the defensive end. It is for him, but glad he's here. And then, Tevin I've talked about before. Tevin's been doing a good job. He's kind of a freshman and a half, or he's I don't know, haven't been here, but the guys that are new, not Anthony, help me out here. Justin Anderson, very physical, has potential. I heard that question. I was curious how they'd answer that. You asked him if he could be a great defender.
Yeah, just as
physically, he has all the tools to be a terrific defender. With most young guys, as we start doing a lot of screening, we call the freshmen or the first years, they're screen magnets. They run into every screen, and what we're trying to teach those guys is to be continuous and play through it. But he does have the makings defensively to really be terrific, and he does. He's very enthusiastic, strong, and long. So he's and at times he's shown he can shoot the ball with the 3-point shot. So you just don't find many freshmen that physically ready.
And then Anthony Gill was the one guy.
Yeah, Anthony, he can't practice. He gets his 2 hours a week, so he can't go on the tour or practice full time in this. But it'd be nice to have him this year. But we'll look forward to having him for 3 years after that, trust me.
Tony, is the physicality that you guys will see on this trip, is that one of the main benefits? Is just kind of a wake-up call and welcome to, you're not in high school anymore?
Yeah, it's, I don't know if, maybe not sure, I don't know the personnel we're playing against. Don't know if there'll be quite as much athleticism as some of the guys might see in the ACC, but they allow you to hold and grab a little more, and we're playing against older guys, and so it's kind of that, we call it that old man or that dad strength, that kind of, it's a little bit like there's a layer of fat, I think, and they can shove people around, but no, these guys, just when you're mature, when you're 25 to 30, early 30s, they're just stronger, and they know how to play, and they understand how to hold, how to grab, and that has always been the biggest adjustment when we've taken our teams over there, how physical the play is, and that will be, especially for our young guys, that will be different. That's probably, when you look at our squad, physically, that's what we're going to have to answer, the ability to bang and be physical on the glass. I heard the question on the front line, I don't know, and that at times will, Darion and Akil are both improved stronger, but we're going to have to rely on Mike, Toby, and if it's Evan or the physicality of guys like Joe and Justin, as we've done in the past, played that, that will certainly be an option. So that will be, I think, a great test and a challenge that we'll find out. And it'll be
Speaking about older guys, are you worried that Coach Williford will not be in the shape he was last year when he practiced regularly?
Yeah, well, we'll see. Well, we'll have a guy who's gonna be a graduate manager for us. Actually, we do that play for my father. He's gonna get his teaching certificate here, Mark Verschall. He was on the Final Four team, so from a manager standpoint, he'll be able to, bang some guys with the pad. So we'll have two. If we use Coach Williford and him, we'll have a lot
What's
of
it
team.
like, the way you ended the season with so few bodies to actually do almost